You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But the two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something, when we see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0, like Jim Otto used to wear, or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw taken in by Collins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he gets it down to the 30. Six yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dameon Pierce taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Texans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Nowhere to go that time. Might have got the yard up to the 25. From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. They go play action now. Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. Able to power through. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Play action. It's Jackson. Pass out left, finds Kohler. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. Shakes off the sag. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Stout out there. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Texans will take over. And now out comes Houston. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
53 yards for him on the ground in this first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. And Stroud now to throw.
Incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Stroud on 3rd down now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Stroud will look to throw once more. And on the deep ball.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins from 13 yards out. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw pulled in by Aguilar. 2nd down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Jackson. It's caught. Beckham. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Reports had him going to a lot of other teams, but the Ravens swooped in and surprised many by signing Beckham as a free agent. Didn't play last year as he recovered from a knee injury and gives the Ravens a weapon they haven't had at wide receiver in quite some time.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
This time Jackson will throw it. Finding space at the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Middle. On the quick, ready?
Now it's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 39.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson, sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Report!
On 3rd down, Jackson. This is intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. He's trying to get that to Brevin Jordan, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Option right, here's Stroud. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken at about the 14. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Hey, report.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He completes it to Beckham. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Dobbins will get down close to the goal line, but not in. And as he'll be marked down at the 1.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
Dobbins once more. And this time he's in for a Raven touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Dameon Pierce taking the field with the rest of the Texans offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Houston.
Stroud to throw it. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Stroud now on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. There's a nice move. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Pierce now up the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. Gets around him. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans are able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. On the return is Duvernay. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
First and 10, it's Stroud. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Let's go.
They'll run here with Pierce. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Check.
They run with the former Buffalo Bill, Devin Singletary. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple of plays, these guys have been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on 3rd. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
Looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. Fairbairn able to put this one through, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And they'll accept that penalty.
Automatic 1st down.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Dameon Pierce on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Here now, time to discuss Odell Beckham Jr. making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 41 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Second and 6 at the Texans' 9-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run with Dobbins. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. One more time with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. They'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
A 20-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Offense back out there along with Dameon Pierce. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Stroud looking to throw. Right side complete. That's Woods. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing now is Stroud. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Collins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. Now Stroud. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. gonna miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this will remain an 18-point lead.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
180.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times. To win this game.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Dobbins again on second down. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 36.
We changed it. Cut.
Jackson now. Out to his left. It's caught by OBJ. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. 4 yards the...
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. First down, here's Mitchell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Charles, we get a look at the draft class here for this team. What do you think?
Well, I think for the most part, I do like what they did because, to me, they got some solid players in the early rounds. And then if I'm correct in my evaluation, they got some great value in the later rounds as well.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. They'll run with Mitchell. He gets it a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Mitchell. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
I didn't have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 117 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And the Texans first down.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, here's Pierce. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Pierce with a motivated run there, and no surprise he's motivated this season after a late injury robbed him of a 1,000-yard campaign last year and potentially the Rookie of the Year. Even still, the 4th-round pick outplayed his slot with over 900 yards in 13 games.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They'll let this go deep for Collins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. They go play action now. Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now it's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that is caught downfield by Beckham. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Goes for Beckham, and he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And That's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. They're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
Your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 3. Another run with Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly. Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Play action. Now Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there. What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on. And this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And quickly they get to the line. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. Well, the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. From the gun, they give to Mitchell. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one. Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here. Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown. They'll try to run with Mitchell. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Ravens have taken a 4th quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
Let's go now.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, we'll see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Here's Stroud. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just
oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the 4th. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making the play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson now down around his goal line. Flushed out right. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Rolling to his left. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. They run over center with Mitchell. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. And they're going to speed things up here. Play action. It's Jackson. On the move to his left. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Jackson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Throwing is Jackson. Rolling to his right. This pass caught by Beckham. And he is going to have the Ravens first down. And that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give them a new set of downs. Now Jackson steps away. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. Back to the ground here, Mitchell.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
3rd and 4.
Here's Jackson. That's going to be caught. Touchdown.
Rashad Bateman.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So Stroud and the Texans
Down by 11. A minute 47 on the clock. How will this thing... Watch as they come up on 1st down.
Ready?
Stroud to throw it.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Now Stroud. To Pierce, they set up the screen.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. They'll get this complete to Collins, and he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Stroud.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he has the Ravens 1st down, and it would appear that that's going to be
It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 31 yards.
And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Make plays, y'all. Make plays.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He's got it to Collins, complete. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Baltimore, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Houston, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
Staff points when you have enough to see what effect some talent trees make you select a path to follow. It's week 2 of the NFL, and the focus of this one is on Odell Beckham Jr. He was a game breaker last week, over 200 yards receiving. It's the Ravens and the Bengals, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you into Paycor Stadium on the riverfront here in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, it's a rematch from last year's AFC wildcard game, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports?
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals now set for their first possession, and it's Pro Bowler Joe Burrow who leads this offense in his 4th season now out of LSU.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in Week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Now a 3-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, look at this Baltimore defense.
This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that it's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 18. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
11 empty.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Well, the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
Here's Burrow. This is caught. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase.
His 1st touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board 1st here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was hoped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The numbers last week for Mitchell. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Back deep for Cincinnati, the rookie Charlie Jones.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
I'm 1, ready?
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers for Mixon last week: 17 carries, 54 yards.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost as if in his mind he knitted together the 2 weeks with no break. He's off to a nice start here.
Burrow's throw complete there to Smith.
A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down.
And Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages. Blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw into the hands of Boyd. And Boyd going to pick up a Bengals 1st down as he'll take this down to the 44-yard line.
2nd catch for him today, and they wind up a 1st down. Mixing up the middle. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the 1st before he's tackled.
43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Short throw to Smith. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Now we get a look at their most recent draft class, and you need to get real familiar with some of these names here because this front office thinks that these are going to be guys that have an impact for them on Sundays for years to come.
I think you're exactly right about that, and what I know about this group doing the drafting, it's not all about instant value when they put their class together. They wanted every pick to be somebody they see as a starter, maybe not today, but someone they can develop to make him one within the first couple of seasons. How about their strategy? All about long-term upside, and they added a ton of it this spring.
Short throw to Smith. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands.
So on fourth down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash.
McPherson's kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
The Ravens at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Once again, it's Mitchell.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. And now Jackson will look to throw it.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They go play action with Jackson.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Looking for Charlie Kohler on that one.
And that takes us from second to third down.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that will bring up second down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
As they've got it as we resume action. On second down, here's Mixon.
59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
And that one caught downfield by Boyd.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They got 29 yards that time. Burrow will throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
42.
And Burrow going to throw again. Touchdown! Lord Smith Jr., his second touchdown on the season. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Devin Duvernay. Oh, he doesn't quite make it down at the 1-yard line. As close as he could possibly get, but still, what a return. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. They'll run with Mitchell. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's 17-7. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
11.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity. And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Jackson. That is caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career, that draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. Mitchell
fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Right back to Mitchell here.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. Well, fair to say they've got something here, this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Inside handoff to Mixon.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Here we go.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Here we go.
Now Burrow.
And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
First and goal.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he's got it. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time.
Here's 3rd and goal now, back at the 11.
Here we go, here we go.
Now it's Burrow. And he'll just get rid of it. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you get a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you, and that's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going? Throwing on first down, it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Second and 10.
Now Jackson.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Jackson will throw again.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
First down, here's Burrow, and he'll spot Higgins open left side. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On second down, Burrow.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as he'll get this up to the 39.
The LSU connection, Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This is caught, it's Boyd. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Burrow's throw there taken in by Smith.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Right back to Mitchell on second down.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
53 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. And it seems a little bit...
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Oh, my goodness. How about this start to a season? I mean, it doesn't get much better. 2 touchdowns, remember, last week in the opener. 3 more here. This is some kind of pace to put yourself on.
Are we going to go ahead and look ahead and say 4 next week? Is that too much to ask for? That's what he's dreaming about right now. That's what his team's thinking about. But, boy, what a start for him.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other. Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Looking to pass. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Burrow will throw. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. From midfield now, Burrow. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
Everyone in the NFL is looking for mismatches, and T. Higgins' size and speed at receiver, that allows him to have those type of mismatches against most defenders. 6'4", ability to flat out fly. They can use him everywhere, including in the slot. He's a dangerous playmaker and a big-time producer in the red zone.
To the air again, Burrow. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll get this down to the 36. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Higgins with the big play and coming off of back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. Those are plays you expect to see him make. Only the second player in Bengals history with 3,000 yards in his first 3 seasons.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise...
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Kyle Hamilton picked. Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Beckham. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle. 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
I'm throwing out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
11.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow.
Open man is Chase, complete.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Here we go.
Put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
What is it?
Now it's Burrow.
Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and a couple.
At the 44-yard line.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals 1st down as he'll get this down inside the 35.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Again, it's Burrow. Short throw to Smith. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. On 3rd down, Burrow.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson.
And he'll be kicking into the wind in the 4th quarter now.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Ravens. A big-time special teams play here in the fourth quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
Tucker now for the extra point. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And with that, the lead is up to 8. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got Smith here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Now it's Burrow. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Now Burrow. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Here's Burrow.
Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 10 more there and another first down.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Mixon. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So an interesting call there to take the 3, but I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there. hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Complete to Likely.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Jackson now off the bootleg. He completes it to Beckham. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They go play action with Jackson, sliding out of the pocket. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson out to his left.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
I like the play call. Roll him out, give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Burrow's throw complete there to Smith.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Over the middle, complete. It's Boyd. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins.
And Higgins is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll get this across the 50 to the 49. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw there taken in by Smith.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter.
Here we go.
Now Burrow on first down.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. A handoff to Mixon. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Burrow will throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And the Bengals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here's 1st and goal.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Smith. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal.
Throwing, Burrow.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Gun. Stop.
Here's Burrow.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Now Burrow.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know, it
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And the Ravens taking the field.
Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers. Anyone who's going to lay down a block, don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack you.
Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
Burrow.
short throw to Smith. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And he is caught. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
To throw, Burrow.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Well, that decision to me was all about calling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope.
Here's Jackson. That is caught, Bateman.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Huge first down, got to hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
Now Jackson. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And he got him. Justin Tucker boots it through and plays the role of hero. And joy will reign in the Inner Harbor as the Ravens have won it.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Ravens, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.